Welcome to Flourishing in Faith, the place where you can discover stories of hope, truth, and glory, as well as find life hacks to live your faith more fully. Hi, I'm Julie, a daughter of God, certified professional life coach, wife, and mother of four. After trying to do everything the wrong way, I've been overwhelmed by healing, joy, and freedom through Jesus and the gifts of grace He makes available to each and every one of us. My passion is to share what I've been given with others. I'm glad you're here. Let's begin. Did you know there's a dangerous thing all Christians do, but not all realize they're doing it? It's actually part of the Lord's Prayer. So I was reflecting on this morning. So you know, in the Our Father prayer and in the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus tells us to ask God for forgiveness, and we should pray that God would forgive us our trespasses or our debts as we forgive those who trespass against us. So we're actually asking God to treat us with the amount of forgiveness and mercy that we have for others. Yikes. Like, do we realize what we're saying? So today I'm reflecting and I'm asking God, is there anyone I need to forgive? So if you're feeling called to do this, I just invite you to take an inventory of your relationships and experiences and just ask God, Lord, is there anyone you're calling me to forgive today? Is there anyone I'm holding a grudge against? 70 times 7, right? Like we don't get tired of forgiving people because we don't want God to be tired of forgiving us. And this is a special superpower that we have as people of faith that keeps us from becoming bitter and resentful and angry. And this is one of the secrets to joy that we are invited to when we decided to follow Christ. So over the next few episodes, I'm going to be sharing a few things that we've done in our marriage and in our family that have helped us to be more forgiving with each other. Have you ever heard that marriage quote about forgiveness that says, "A good marriage is made of two good forgivers"? And I would say by God's grace that I have a good marriage. Thank you, Lord. And I would also say that that is partly because we've had to apologize to each other a lot, and we've gotten a lot of practice at being good at forgiveness. And I think this is true in any intimate relationship. If we want to have a good, healthy relationship with our parents or our friends or our siblings, that forgiveness has got to be a key ingredient. In our family, we have a set of phrases we use that remind us how to do this. So today I want to share with you the first of 3 life hacks that you can use to be more forgiving in the small offenses that happen from day to day. Okay, I'm not talking about abuse or serious infractions. I'm talking about small things where we misstep. And these are a few things that have helped us get through some of the harder seasons of marriage and family with humility and usually a good chuckle. These phrases are like get out of jail free cards that we use. Okay, so the first hack is invoking the amnesty policy. So we created an amnesty policy, and it's a way of granting pardon to someone who's committed an offense. There's no punishment. We don't send them to jail. We don't do anything else. It's amnesty. They can walk away free. So we created this amnesty policy when we had our first baby, and she had colic, and she cried for hours on end at night. And what we learned was, as much as we loved and adored our baby, that a colicky baby creates an involuntary stress response in our nervous system. And from that place of stress, we would often talk to each other at 2 a.m. in a harsh way. Invoking this amnesty policy is a way of saving face and saying a lot of things with only 2 words. So instead of saying, hey, I'm reflecting on how I behaved yesterday, and I'm now calm and rational enough to realize I'm not proud of how I acted or spoke to you last night, and I really am regretting it. I'm a little embarrassed. I'm sorry. I was really stressed, but that didn't make it okay for me to yell like that at you, and I hope you'll forgive me. I'll try never to do it again. Instead of saying all that, we could just look at each other 8 hours later and sheepishly say, amnesty policy? And the other person has the chance to be merciful without having to rehash all the things the other person did and said wrong when they were stressed. And this happens in life sometimes, as much as we don't want it to. You can't get mad at a baby. You can't get mad at your back pain. You can't get mad at the customer at work that was rude to you or at your boss. there are times when we're stressed about something else and we take it out on the people we love the most. When one person is stressed, it's much easier for us to pick fights with each other. This is why so many relationships experienced brokenness when COVID came around a few years ago. Everyone's stress buckets were full. Everyone's emotional temperature was in the red. And we have found that we often will end up being short-tempered with each other, even if the other person was totally innocent and was just kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. You might have had a bad day at work. You might be experiencing chronic back pain. You might be reeling from the loss of someone and still in a period of intense mourning. You might be just having a hormone change and not feel like yourself. Whatever it is, I hope this amnesty policy helps you and your loved ones to love each other better and with more mercy and kindness, because we all need it. Thank you for listening to Flourishing in Faith. You can learn more about this ministry, share prayer requests, send questions, or even share your own glory story by visiting lifewithchristisbeautiful.com. If you found this episode helpful and think others might too, please rate us and review us or share this with others. All right, lovelies. As Pope Francis says, please pray for me. I'll be praying for you. Thanks.